grade ones. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Robin, and today in numeracy we are going to learn about calendars. So let's see what calendars are all about. We have been learning about days of the week and months of the year. So let's see how we can use them in calendars. A calendar is an important tool that we use every day. The calendars tell us what day, month, and year it is. It allows us to keep track and plan our days. The calendar shows us the months of the year. So we learned earlier in the week that there are 12 months in a year. We can see January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So we can see that there are 12 months in the year. It also shows us how many days are in each month. So we can see in January that there are 31 days. If we have a look at February, we can see that there are 29 days. And if we have a look at April, we can see that April has 30 days. We also know that a calendar shows us what day each month starts with and what day each month ends with. So if we have a look, for example, at May, we can see that May starts off with a Friday, and May is going to end off on the 31st, which is a Sunday. So we also learned, grade ones, that there are 7 days in the week. So if we have a look at January, we can see that we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So we can see the 7 days of the week, as well as how many days there are in a month, which month it is, and at the top of the calendar we can normally see what year it is. So we can see that it is 2020. Now we are going to work with the calendar. We can see the calendar on the left-hand side, and we now know that the calendar has 12 months and that there are 7 days in a week. Now we are going to find these special days on the calendar. So we know every year that there are special days that we celebrate in South Africa. These are some of the special days, and we are going to find them together. So let's have a look. The first special day that we celebrate in South Africa is New Year's Day. And can you guess when that is, grade ones? Very good. It is going to be on the 1st of January, because this means that it is the start of a new year. So if we go to our calendar and look for the 1st of January, we can find the month January, and then we are going to circle number 1 because that is the 1st, and we can see which day of the week does this fall on. Very good. It falls on a Wednesday. Now let's have a look at our next thing that we celebrate. We celebrate Valentine's Day, the month of love. And do you know when that is, grade ones? Yes, very good. It is in February. So that is our second month of the year. And do you know the date of Valentine's Day? Yes, it is the 14th of February. So if we go to our calendar, we can see the 14th is over here. And what day of the week does it fall on? Yes, very good. It falls on a Friday. The next important holiday that we celebrate in South Africa is Youth Day. And Youth Day falls in which month? Yes, very good. It falls in June. June is the 6th month of the year. So here is June. And what date is Youth Day? Youth Day is on the 16th of June. So if we find the 16th, it is over here. And we can see that the 16th is a Tuesday. Now let's look at the next holiday that we celebrate in South Africa. This is an important one that we celebrate, and it is Human Rights Day. Do you know when we celebrate this, grade ones? Yes, we celebrate it in the 3rd month of the year, which is March. And what date is Human Rights Day? Very good. It is the 21st of March. And what day of the week is that? Yes, it is a Saturday. And the last holiday that we celebrate in South Africa, another very important one for us, is Mandela Day. And do you know when Mandela Day is? It falls in the 7th month of the year, which is July. And do you know the date? It is going to be the 18th of July, which is a Saturday. So now you can see how we can work with calendars, grade ones, and fantastic work on doing that activity with me. Now let's look at the next questions about the calendar. We are going to answer how many of the months have 30 days. So we are going to go through each month and see which ones have 30 days. January has 31, so we won't include January. February has 29, so we won't include February. March has 31, so we won't include March. April has 30 days, so let's write April. The next month is May. We can see May has 31, so we will leave May out. June has 30 days, so we will write June. July has 31 days, so we will leave July out. August also has 31 days, so we won't include August. September has 30 days, so we can write September. October has 31 days, so we won't include October. November has 30 days, so we can write November. And our last month of the year, December, has 31 days, so we won't write December. Good work. Let's look at the next question. We need to name the winter months in South Africa. And do you know the winter months, grade ones? Yes, very good. They are going to be June, July, and August. And if we have a look at our calendar, June is the 6th month of the year, July is the 7th, and August is the 8th month of the year. Now let's name the summer months of the year in South Africa. In South Africa, our summer months are December, January, and February, the month of love. So we can see that the summer months are the 12th month, which is December, the 1st month of the year, January, and the 2nd month, February. Let's look at the next question. How many Fridays are there in October? So let's look at October. And we can see Friday is over here. Now let's count under Friday how many there are in the month of October. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 Fridays in October. The next question reads, how many Wednesdays are there in July? So July is the 7th month of the year, and we will circle the W for Wednesday. And let's count how many Wednesdays there are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 Wednesdays in July. And the last question, write down the months that end on a Thursday. So we will go through each month of the year to see which ones end on a Thursday. So let's have a look at January first. We can see January ends on the 31st, which is a Friday. So we don't include January. Then February ends on a Saturday. So we don't include February. March ends on the 31st, which is a Tuesday. So we don't include March. April ends on the 30th, which is a Thursday. So we can write April. May ends on the 31st, which is a Sunday. So we don't include May. June ends on the 30th, which is a Tuesday. So we don't include June. July ends on the 31st, which is a Friday. So we don't include July. August ends on the 31st, which is a Monday. So we don't include August. September ends on the 30th, which is a Wednesday. So we don't include September. October ends on the 31st, which is a Saturday. So we don't include October. And November ends on the 30th, which is a Monday. So we don't include November. And our last month of the year, December, ends on a Thursday, which is the 31st. So we can write December. So only April and December are the 2 months that end on a Thursday. So can you see, grade 1s, how the calendars help us to know which days of the week and months of the year certain things happen? Now let's use a calendar diary. School closes on the 12th of June, so we need to circle this day in purple. So if we look for the 12th, we can see that it is a Friday. The next question reads, Liam goes swimming every second Saturday. Circle these days red. So we will miss the 6th, so the Saturday of the 13th and the 27th. Tiana's birthday is on the 7th of June. Circle her birthday green. So the 7th of June is going to be a Sunday. Youth Day is going to be on the 16th of June. So we need to circle that in blue, which is a Tuesday. And Nkosi has swimming on the 4th day of the week. Circle these days in yellow. So remember, the 4th day of the week is going to be, remember our first day is Sunday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is the 4th day of the week. So we need to circle these days in yellow. So it will be the 3rd, the 10th, the 17th, and the 24th are the days that Nkosi will have swimming. So can you see, grade 1s, how helpful calendars are for us to plan important dates and things? And now that we know the days of the week and the months of the year, it is easier for us to use a calendar. Thank you very much, grade 1s, for joining me today for your lesson on calendars. Until next time, thank you and goodbye.